Yes. Jai Hind and hello everyone. Welcome back to Crack Grade B. This is Sunil Janghed, and in today's class we shall discuss one of the most important chapter, that is modal auxiliary verb, right? We shall discuss modal today. Okay, and as you know, this chapter is quite important when you talk about fillers, right? In all your banking exams, fillers, questions from the fillers are usually asked. So modal helps a lot to while you just fill the different blanks on the basis of auxiliary verbs. So we shall cover modal auxiliary verb chapter, and I hope both audio and video are clear, and kindly share this session with all your friends, right? So modal, if you talk about the definition of modal auxiliary verb, then modal are these are the forms of verb. These are the forms of verb which show intention of the speaker, right? Whenever you just want to show the speaker's intention, we use modal auxiliary verb, right? Or you can say ki modals are the carrier to show speaker's intention, right? And if you talk about the number of modal auxiliary verbs, we know it very well. There are 13 modal auxiliary verbs, and what are different 13 modals? One is can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, ought to, used to, must, need and dare, right? These are the modal auxiliary verbs. So in this chapter we shall cover entire, or you can say all different auxiliaries, modal auxiliary verbs. So initially let us start. We shall discuss one modal auxiliary verb, that is can, and second one is that is may, right? We shall cover two different auxiliaries, can and may. Okay, as we know very well, this modal can is used to show ability of the speaker. Whenever you want to show the ability, or you can say one is able to, when one is able to do a certain task, then we use a modal auxiliary verb can. Okay, this word may show possibility of the speaker, right? Possibility, or you can say it is possible. When something is possible to do or something is possible to deal with, in that particular situation we use just modal auxiliary verb, that is may. Okay, make it sure we also use can and may for permission, but make it sure whenever you want to show informal permission, to denote informal permission we use can, and whenever we talk about formal permission we use what? We use may, right? This modal auxiliary verb, both the modal auxiliary verbs are also used to show permission. Whenever you want to show informal permission we use can, and to show formal permission we use may. Okay, so let us take some examples, and if you want to the sentences, first sentence is he can or may help you. He can or may help you. You have a sentence, and in this sentence I have used two different auxiliary verbs. Both the auxiliary verbs are okay. Can also be there, and may, it can also be there. And make it sure when you use can in this sentence, so it means this is the ability of the person he. And if you use may in this sentence, so it denotes to what? It denotes to possibility, right? It is the possibility of that particular person. So both the modals are okay here. You can say he can help you, or you can say he may help you. If you use can, it is ability, and in case of may, it is possibility, right? Okay, you have to reply this sentence. I want you to reply this sentence. If I say, if you ask him, if you ask him, he blank help you. Yes. What do you think of this sentence? The sentence is, if you ask him, he blank help you. What do you think? What do you think? Ki, uh, which one is okay? Can or may? आप क्या सोचते हैं इस सेंटेंस में कैन आएगा या मे आएगा, वो मुझे बताएं. The sentence is, if you ask him, he blank help you. Yes. Yes. If you ask him, he can help you. Okay. So let us discuss. In this sentence, you know it very well. We have a reference. If you ask him. Okay. You know, verb ask has two different meanings. Ask means to tell someone, or ask means to just कहना. आस्क का मतलब होता है कहना, या फिर आस्क का मतलब होता है पूछना. ठीक है. सो this is the word. If you ask him, it shows something that is a request, right? And the concept is, if you request someone to do something, if you request someone to do something, it increases its possibility, not ability, right? मैंने कहा, जब आप किसी पर्सन को कोई काम करने के लिए कहते हैं ना, तो इससे सामने वाले पर्सन की पॉसिबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है कि सामने वाला पर्सन उस एक्टिविटी को कर देगा. इट नेवर इंक्रीजेस इट्स एबिलिटी, right? So in that case, to show possibility, we have to use modal auxiliary verb may in this sentence. And the concept is what? The concept is, if you request someone, if you request someone to do something, if you request someone to do something, it increases its possibility, it increases its possibility, not ability, right? So this is the concept. It increases its possibility. That's why we are going to use may in this particular sentence. Are you getting my point? Yes. Yes. Okay. Move to the next one. A sentence, if I say, my friend blank speak English fluently. The sentence is, my friend blank speak English fluently. Okay. In this sentence, we know it very well. We are talking about ability to speak fluently, ability to speak English fluently. So in this case, we have to use modal auxiliary verb can, right? Okay, let us move to the next sentence. If you don't walk, if you don't walk, we blank get late. The sentence is, if you don't walk, we blank get late. Yes, it is ability. It is ability to speak English fluently. That's why we have used can over there. Okay, next sentence you have, if you don't walk, right, we blank get late. Okay, in this sentence, we are again talking about possibility, right? It is possibility to get late if you don't walk or don't walk fast. So this is possibility in this sentence. And as we know, To show possibility, we use what? We use may, right? In the next sentence, may will be the right answer. Sentence will be like, if you don't walk, we may get late. Okay, move to the next sentence. You have to reply this sentence. Okay, the sentence is, books blank be categorized, can be categorized or may be categorized into two groups, fiction and non-fiction. Books blank be categorized into two groups, into two different groups, fiction and non-fiction. Yes. What do you think of this sentence? Books can be categorized, books may be categorized, blank two different groups, fiction and non-fiction. And next sentence is, he blank be a basketball player as he is tall like a mule. Yes, he blank be a basketball player as he is tall like a mule. Yes, two different sentences you have. Books can be categorized into two groups, fiction and non-fiction. Okay, so let us understand this sentence. You know, in this sentence, we are talking about fact, right? Whenever any universal fact or scientific fact is given in that particular sentence, so it is always means, in universal facts we always talk about ability, right? In universal facts we always talk about ability, and make it sure to talk about ability we have to use can in this particular sentence. Okay, whenever you a fact is given in a sentence, so that is always ability in that particular sentence, and we always use can. So sentence will be like, books can be categorized into two groups, fiction and non-fiction. This is a pure fact. And in this sentence, in the next sentence, it is pure possibility, right? So it is said, as he is tall like a mule. Because he is tall like a mule, that's why he is supposed to be a basketball player. It is possibility for him to be a basketball player, so that's why it is possibility. And whenever we talk about possibility, we use may in that particular sentence. So in this sentence, modal auxiliary verb may will be the right answer. Okay, may will be appropriate in this particular sentence. Okay, next sentence, if we talk about, if I say, just suppose I'm saying it can be true and it may be true, right? Two different sentences you have, and two different negative sentences you have. It cannot be true, right? And it may not be true, right? Okay, different four sentences you have. Where can we use ability based rule? Where can we use ability? Whenever you are just talking about something that is ability, or ability means one is able to do something. If one is able to do something, in that particular sentence we use can, or you can say capacity or proficiency. Whenever you want such cases, such you can say intentions, in that particular sentences we just use modal auxiliary verb can. And now we are going to discuss all the concepts regarding can and may. So one by one you will get everything, all the applications regarding both the modal auxiliary verb can and may, you will find in basketball type questions. So anything that is possibility, anything that is possibility. You don't know, if you don't know something about a person, and you, if whenever you just assume him or her to be something, when we assume someone to be something, in that case, when you don't know the actual fact, when you don't know, when you don't have the fact in that, and you are, whenever you just assume, in that case we use may. Okay, it can be true, it may be true. Okay, in both the sentences we know it very well. In this sentence, this is ability, right? And this is possibility, right? And both are positive, positive ability and positive possibility. When, make it sure, when you talk about positive ability and positive possibility, both the modal, both the sentences are okay. You can say it can be true, means you are showing positive ability, and whenever you are saying it may be true, so this sentence is also okay. This is, you can say, positive possibility. But in next two different sentences, you are talking about negative ability, right? This is negative ability and this is negative possibility, right? So make it sure, whenever you talk about negative ability, we can use cannot, this sentence is okay. But make it sure, in negative possibilities we don't use may not, mayn't. There is no any contracted form mayn't in entire English. I said, in entire English we don't have any contracted form like mayn't. So this is wrong to say it may not be true. And make it sure, to make this sentence okay, sentence will be like, it can't be true. You have to use it can't be true. Reason behind, to show negative possibility we use cannot in place of mayn't. Mayn't is nothing like in entire English. There is nothing like mayn't in entire English. That's why just replace may not with can't. Okay, let us understand this sentence. If I say, you have a sentence, you may go now. Okay, you have a sentence, you may go now, and you have to fill the question tag in this sentence. Okay, and if I say, it may be true, it may be true, again you have to fill just question tag in the blank. Okay, you may go now, or it may be true. So what can be the question tag in both the sentences? Yes, what can be the question tag in both the sentences? So basic concept of question tag is what? If the statement is positive, this is the statement, and the statement is positive, right? And make it sure, whenever the statement is positive, its question tag must be negative. Again you have a positive statement, right? And whenever, the basic concept of question tag is, if the statement is positive, its question tag is negative, and if the statement is negative, its question tag is positive. So in both the statement you have positive statement, that's why question tag must be negative. Okay, and as I said, logically, if you want to learn, question tag must be mayn't you, right? Question tag must be mayn't you. But I said there is nothing like mayn't in entire English. We don't have mayn't. So whenever you just talk about negative possibility, we don't use may not, we use what? Can't you. Question tag will be can't you. Again in this sentence, the question tag will be what? Can't it. Okay, this one will be the question tag, and the concept is what? To show negative possibility. To show negative possibility, we use can't, not mayn't. This is the concept. Okay, to show negative possibility we use can't, not mayn't. Okay, this is the concept actually. So let us move to the next sentence. Are you getting my point? Yes. Yes. Okay. Next sentence is he cannot be able to help you. He cannot be able to help you, or you can say it may possibly rain today. It may possibly rain today. Yes. He can't be able to help you. Next sentence is it may possibly rain today. Two different sentences you have. Okay. Let us understand, as we know it very well, this modal cannot is used to show the sense of be able to. One is able to. And in this sentence, you are having a modal can as well as be able to. And the concept is what? Two modal auxiliary verbs cannot be used together in a sentence. The meaning of can is something like be able to. Similarly, in the next sentence, you have a modal auxiliary verb may, and again you have a word possibly, and the meaning of both the words are similar. Actually, modal auxiliary verb may is used to show the possibility in a sentence. We know it very well. Okay, so the concept is two modal auxiliary verbs cannot be used together in a sentence. I said two modal auxiliary verbs cannot be used together in a sentence. If you want both the sentences, okay, so you can speak like he cannot help you. Either speak like this, he cannot help you, or just say he is not able to help you. He is not able to help you. Both the ways can be okay in this sentence. He is not able to help you. By both the ways you can make the sentence okay, but this is wrong to apply. Or I said that two different modal auxiliary verbs cannot be used together in a sentence. Sir, can't and able in same sentence, is it okay? No, this is not right to use. Reason behind, we know both the words are similar, na. Can actually, it shows the ability, right? Or you can say one is able to do something. Either say he is not able to help you, or say he cannot help you. He is not able to help you, or say he is able to help you, or say he can help you, right? But if you just, when you use both the words in a sentence, that will be wrong. Okay, next sentence, it may possibly rain today. So right answer will be either say it may rain today, okay, or you say it possibly rain today. By both the ways you can make sentence okay. It possibly rain today, right? Okay, next sentence you have they will likely come tomorrow. They will likely come tomorrow. Yes, they will likely come tomorrow. In this sentence we are talking about possibility, right? We are talking about possibility, but make it sure this word likely is a complement. This is adjective, and complement can't be used after modal auxiliary verb. Actually, we use complement after linking verb or any form of be base verb. So to make this sentence okay, sentence will be like, they are likely come tomorrow. They are likely come tomorrow. This sentence will be fine. And what is the reason behind this sentence, behind this improvement? I said word likely is an adjective. It is a complement in the sentence, and a complement is never followed by any modal auxiliary verb. We need a linking verb or form of be base verb, and after the form of be base verb we use a complement, we use an adjective. So sentence will be like, they are likely come tomorrow. And by this method we can show what? We can show possibility. Or do you know, I told you in the tense ki whenever we are talking about, you can say timetabled actions, whenever you are talk about future tense and the sentence is, you can say, certain to happen, and if in the sentence there is a timetabled action, we can also show future tense with the help of present indefinite. In if the sentences have timetabled action, and if the nearness or possibility to happen something, then we can show future with the help of future continuous tense. So this is right to say. Okay, so let us take some more example. If I say, I can do it today. Okay, and I am able to do it today. Both the sentences are okay. I can do it today or I am able to do it today. And in both the sentences we are talking about present ability. Right? This is present ability. Okay. And if I say, I could do it yesterday. I could do it yesterday and I was able to do it yesterday. So, what do you think of both the sentences? I can do it today. I am able to do it today. Two different sentences. To show present ability, as we know, can is the synonym of what? Be able to, right? Both the words have their similar meaning. And to show past ability, this is you can say past ability, right? And in the last sentence also you have past ability, right? So what do you think of both the sentences? These are okay to use. So do you think both the sentences are okay to show past ability? Yes. Yes, I want you to solve both the sentences. These two sentences, I could do it yesterday and I was able to do it yesterday. Yes. Make it sure whenever you just talk about past ability, to show past ability we use could, not be able to show past. Both the sentences are okay. Okay, this is not right to say. In whenever you just want to show present ability, we can use can as well as be able to. Both are okay. These both the sentences are okay. But when you talk about last two sentences, in both the sentences we are talking about past ability, right? And whenever we are talking about past ability, we use not, this is wrong to say, we use be able to, not could. This is the right way. Whenever you just talk about past ability, in past ability we use what? Was able to. Was able to do it yesterday. I was able to do it yesterday. Was able to, not. Initially it was right. Initially it was right. Mean to say, this is right to say, this is wrong. To show past ability, the concept is what? To show past ability, to show past ability, use could, not was able to, not was able to. This is the way. So that's why this is was able to is wrong to use whenever you are talking about past ability. In past ability we use could, not be able to. Okay, this is the way, this is the concept actually. Okay, let us move to the next sentence. And the next sentence is, we can fly like a bird in a few years. Yes, this is a very nice sentence. The sentence is, we can fly like a bird in a few years. What do you think of this sentence? Yes. Or you say, we may fly like a bird in a few years. Okay, make it sure. This sentence, if you talk about, this is, you can say, future ability, right? And make it sure whenever we just talk about future ability, we don't use can or may. We don't use can or may. Actually, we use shall be able to. With we use what? Shall be able to. This is the right way to just make the sentence okay. The concept is, to show, to talk about future ability, we use shall be able to, not can or may. Okay, both are wrong. Sentence will be like, we shall be able to, we shall be able to fly like a bird in a few years. By doing this, sentence is fine now. Okay, and the concept is to talk about future ability, we use shall be able to, we use shall be able to, not can. We don't use can, we use shall be able to actually. Okay. For example, if I say, I can do it tomorrow. Okay. The sentence you have, I can do it tomorrow. In this sentence also, we are talking about future ability. I can do it tomorrow. This is also future ability. And as I said, whenever you want to show future ability, we use shall be able to, not can. So similarly, in this sentence, in place of can, shall be able to will be the right answer. Sentence will be like, I shall be able to do it tomorrow. I shall be able to do it tomorrow. Okay, are you getting my point? Yes. This is very important case, very important concept. We can fly like a bird in a few years. In a few years means we are talking about future ability. So to show future ability, we don't use can. Actually, you know it very well. We use can to show present ability. and to show past ability we use could, right? But whenever you want to show future ability, in that case we use shall be able to. Okay, shall be able to in place of can or may or something else. Can, could, both are wrong. Sentence like in the last sentence, I can do it tomorrow, this is also future ability, and replace can with shall be able to. I shall be able to do it tomorrow. Okay, next sentence you have, yes, if I say you can or may go now, you can or may go now. In this sentence, we know it very well. Whenever you just want to talk about formal and informal permission, for formal permission, we use can, and to show informal permission, we use what? We use may. So sentence is okay, as it is not clear in the sentence ki we are talking about formal permission or informal permission. That's why both are okay. You can go now or you may go now. Can shows formal permission and may shows informal permission. Okay. Yes. Next sentence is you blank not what until you are 18. You blank what? You blank not what until you are 18. Next sentence is you blank withdraw. You blank withdraw up to rupees 10 lakh from your saving account in a day. Okay, two different sentences you have. You cannot vote until you are 18. Okay, next sentence is you blank withdraw up to rupees 10 lakh from your saving account in a day. Yes, what do you think of both the sentences? You cannot vote until you are 18. Okay, and the last one, what do you think of the last sentence? What do you think of the last sentence? The last sentence is you blank withdraw up to rupees 10 lakh from your saving account in a day. You can withdraw up to rupees 10 lakh. Very good. Okay, in both the sentences, we are talking about something that is already granted permission. Already granted permission. So both the sentences are out of already granted permission. As we know, it is clearly written in our constitution that you can't vote until you are 18. This is something like already granted permission, or you can say this is also already granted permission from the RBI. From the RBI guidelines, it is already granted something like, right? So whenever you are talking about already granted permission, we use what? We use can, not may. So sentence will be like you cannot vote until you are 18 and you can withdraw up to rupees 10 lakh from your saving account in a day. Both the sentence will be fine now. Okay, so whenever you talk about already granted permission, we use modal auxiliary verb can. Done? Okay, let us move to the next modal auxiliary verbs, and the next modal auxiliary verbs are like must. Next one is ought to, and next one is should. Must, ought to, and should. So let us understand what are the application of different three auxiliary verbs and their sentences regarding them. This is third, this is fourth, and this is fifth. Okay, as we know, this word must, we use must to show obligation in a sentence. Whenever you have obligation, or you can say compulsion in a sentence, to show obligation we use must. When one is obliged to do something, then we use must in that particular sentence. And ought to is used to show moral suggestions. Whenever you want to show moral suggestion, we use ought to. And this word should is used to show suggestion. This is used to show suggestion. Whenever moral suggestion, right, we use ought to, and normal suggestion, whenever you have in a sentence, we use should over there. Okay, so let us take some examples. So let us understand with the help of some sentences. And the first sentence is you must or should obey traffic rules. You must, should obey traffic rules. Okay, first sentence. And next sentence you have, you blank obey your parents. Two different sentences you have, you must, should obey traffic rules, and the second sentence is you blank obey your parents. Okay, in both the sentences, in first sentence must is okay, you can also use should in the first sentence. As we know, you must obey traffic rules, this can be obligation, or you can say it can also be suggestion. It can be pure suggestion, or it can also be obligation. And how can it be obligation? As we know, if you don't obey traffic rules, you will be penalized or you will be charged something, right? So in to beware of getting charged and follow rules is something like obligation. Okay, ये obligation भी हो सकता है. Obligation कैसे हुआ? Sentence में कहा गया you must obey traffic rules. So if you don't obey traffic rules, तो आपको चार्ज पे करना पड़ सकता है, right? So चार्ज पे करने से बचना है तो ट्रैफिक रूल्स को ओबे करना, ये आपके लिए क्या हो गया है? ऑब्लिगेशन हो गया, कंपल्शन हो गया, मजबूरी हो गया. दैट्स वाई मस्ट आ गया. यहाँ पे शुड भी हो सकता है. जब आप शुड यूज करते हैं तो ये प्योर क्या बन जाता है? सजेशन बन जाता है. सो मस्ट और शुड बोथ आर ओके इन दिस सेंटेंस. ओके, बट इन द second sentence, this is pure, you can say, moral suggestion. ठीक है, to obey your parents or to serve the country, these are something like moral suggestion. So in the last sentence, modal auxiliary verb ought to will be the right answer. Ought to, sentence will be like you ought to obey your parents. Okay. Okay, next sentence is very nice. Sentence is the man said that you must compensate for the loss caused by you. Yes. What do you think of this sentence? The sentence is the man said that you must compensate for the loss caused by you. Yes, what do you think of this sentence? And the next sentence is, you blank apply online as offline applications are not entertained. Two different sentences you have. The man said that you should compensate for the loss caused by you. Okay, so let us understand. This is one of the nice sentences. Okay, this first sentence, if you talk about, as we know, this verb is in past tense. Okay, this is the second form of verb say, said, right? The man said that. Okay, in tense, I told you a concept, k, if the first clause is in past tense, all other clauses will also be in the past tense. The concept is, if the first clause is in past tense, rest clauses will also be in the past tense. So in the first clause you have second form of verb say, so this is past tense. So again in the next clause, to show, you can say to show obligation, to show past obligation, we don't use must, right? And to show past obligation, we use had to in place of must. This is the way, this is the concept. And the concept, if you want to know, the case is to show past obligation. To show past obligation, we use had to, not must. This is the concept. To show past obligation, we use had to, not must. So sentence will be like, the man said that you had to compensate for the loss caused by you. And in the next sentence, you blank up apply offline, and the identity is k, as offline applications are not entertained. This is the reference. This is the reference. And as offline applications are not entertained, that's why to apply online, it is your obligation. And in the second sentence, to show obligation, we use what? Must. In the second sentence, you must apply online as offline applications are not. Yes, this is right to say. The man said that you must or you ought to. This is not right. Sentence will be like, the man said that you had to compensate for the loss caused by you. This will be the right answer. Okay, as you say, I must do this work now, right? And I have to do this work now. Okay, in both the sentences, you know, in the first sentence we are talking about present obligation, and this is also present obligation, right? To show present obligation, both are okay. To show present obligation, both are okay. I must do this work now, I have to do this work now. But whenever you talk about past obligation, for example, I must do that work, then. The past of now is then. And I had to do that work, then. Okay, both the sentences are based on past obligation, right? So make it sure it in your mind, whenever you talk about past obligation, we don't use must, we use what? We use had to. But show to show present obligation, you can use must or have to. Both are okay. Has to, have to, or must. Anyone you can use. But to show past obligation, don't use must. Use had to in place of must. The reason, the concept I told, to show past obligations, we use had to, not must. Yes. Are you getting my point? Yes, guys. Is everything okay now? Yes. Okay. So it's enough from my side, and I just keep my finger crossed for you. Keep sharing these videos with your friends, and you have your classes of English at 4 p.m. from Monday to Friday, right? So it's enough for today, and we'll meet you in the next class tomorrow at 4 p.m. So take care, goodbye. Thank you very much. Okay, Rushab, Harnoor.